Ooh.
I was off by a touch.
This wasn't too bad, though.
I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. We got to go the exact opposite way of the song you requested. I was appreciative that you wanted to hear some Metallica.
I didn't even know we could do that.
You just were like, we can't. We sure as hell can't.
I thought there'd be like this big black screen, and we'd be, in exile or something somewhere.
In exile.
Yeah, just somewhere in the.
Just in the ether?
Yeah, floating in the web ether.
In the internet ether.
Yes.
Lucky, it's good to see you. Baker, it is always good to see you. Thank you guys for coming in. It is Thursday evening. Keith is back. It's been a couple weeks.
Yes.
You missed him. You love him. You keep asking for him. You practically don't even want me around. He's back.
Well,
we've got some beverages this evening. It's 100% true.
Not with those 1,000 followers on TikTok are not here for me.
That's true.
They're not doing it. That's all you.
We can actually go live on there now, too. I wanted to talk about that.
That's what, Ben is quite familiar with the TikToks.
Yeah.
And how that works and how they generate this and recommend a lot of stuff that you've said to me. He was like saying, oh, yeah. And then once you get more people, then they start just sending recommendations to different people. So
right.
Anyway.
So yeah, now we can like at any time, we can just literally, we could turn that on. Like we could even be like, some people even do the dual live where you're live on Twitch and then you're also live on TikTok. And it's kind of like you're looking at both, and then you're like, "Well,
brain might explode.
Go over to Twitch, like go check out over there if you want to see the full thing and all that kind of stuff."
We might need like a producer or somebody in here to.
We need an engineer.
Go
at some point.
Someone to direct me.
Camera one over there. Camera two. Yeah, we need an engineer at some point, man. We can hire Ben at some point. But yeah, if you are new here and haven't been here on a Thursday, haven't seen us in a couple weeks, don't be shocked. Like I said, we're doing some beverage review things as how this channel got started.
That's
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we're About Beverages. The two of us form About Beverages. Wonder Twin Powers activate.
Right.
Form of drink. I don't know.
Form of glassware.
Yeah, that actually would have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have some beverages tonight. Pocket, it is good to see you as well. Good evening.
Pocket.
Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Started off with a little bit of a bang there, a little bit of excitement. And then
some Metallica.
Yeah, the mighty Metallica.
All of a sudden, I thought, wait, I didn't know we could do this. I thought maybe it was like some great, victory that had been struck down from music on the interrupts.
No,
okay.
Okay.
So can we be still penalized for that, or if it was going to happen, it would have happened?
It would have happened by now.
Oh, okay.
We're okay.
All right.
We're safe. We're safe for the moment.
Okay.
We still have it that it mutes, like I said, the VOD and stuff like that. So it's not, again, it can happen. There's another thing I can do on the back end where it plays on a different channel. So then it doesn't even go to the VOD. And that's where usually the strikes happen. They still can happen live, but it's few and far between. Yada, yada, yada. No one's interested in that. Let's get to a beverage and then we'll keep talking about things and stuff. First beverage of the evening is this right here. It's a little more of the Liquid Death. We've had the Liquid Death before.
That's right.
We had both the sparkling and the mountain water. We found it to be like overpriced water, to be honest. Like I said,
when we originally started.
The original two that we had were literally like, these are fine waters, but it didn't taste like there was no extra like minerality present. There was nothing else, that they claim. It was fine. It was a lot of fun marketing.
Yes.
That's totally cool. I don't like paying for marketing. Unless it's on a blackened whiskey, #Metallica. But we did try then some of their other ones. They have a few different of these flavored sparkling waters. Like, we talk about the ones from Waterloo and things of that nature, LaCroix, all that kind of stuff. We tried I'm going to click on the other one. The lime, severed lime was what it was called. We tried that one.
You had that, I think, by yourself.
Did I have that one by myself? Did we only share the...
We did the buried.
Okay, we did the Bury It Alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I then did have the lime at the Tears for Fears concert along with the berry.
Okay.
Because they were selling those.
And what were your thoughts? Did we both like the lime better, I think?
You like the berry better.
Did I like the berry better?
You weren't too much of a fan of the lime. Okay. I remember that.
Okay. We talked about the marketing specifically on this one. We felt that they kind of screwed up, that they made some mistakes, that they should have contacted us first. Mango Chainsaw, the other one Bury It Alive, the other, the other one Severed Lime, all of those were kind of fun. Mango Chainsaw just seemed really sloppy. Mango Massacre, we thought of Mango Murder, all mangoed up,
something like that.
Exactly. So something there could have been done if you wanted to stick with that kind of theme, but. I saw it again at my local Target. I was like, we need to try this last one. We like to be complete. We're completionists around here.
We have the set. We'll have the full set.
Yes, the full.
Until they come out with more.
That's right. Until they come out with more, we will be all caught up. Yeah, I've been pretty much enjoying a lot of the Spindrift as of late. Just going through those. We bought another 30 pack of those out at Costco.
I just like them because they have the fruit. Just adds a little bit more. It's a little bit more flavor.
It's a nice change. Yeah, there's a little more like just kind of flavor to it. But yeah, like I said, just kind of mix it up a little bit. So I've been enjoying that. So mango clear. It's clear. Not official review here yet. Not official review.
Ooh, it does smell mango-y though.
Very mango. Wow, that is nice. It's pungent, the nostrils, but in a good way. In a good way.
Stings the nostrils.
It stings the nostrils. Yeah, that smells really nice. Good. That one is good.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. That might be my favorite.
That might, I may agree with you on that.
Think about it first.
Yeah, like I said, the lime was fine. I didn't dislike it, but it was fine. The berry was good, but this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think this ruthless tall boy of flavored sparkling water is armed with agave. Oh, this has agave nectar in it. I forgot these have calories. That's why it's a little bit on the sweeter side too.
I'm okay with that.
20 calories, about the same as the Spindrift grapefruit, which is 17.
Okay.
Spindrift
which does not have agave.
Like 3. That does not have agave nectar in it. And natural electrolytes to refresh your body and murder your thirst.
Ooh, electrolytes. Forgot about that part. That's good,
ingredients: carbonated mountain water, agave nectar, natural mango flavor, citric acid, orange extract, natural flavor. We donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution.
I know they are anti-plastic.
They are very much anti-plastic. Yeah, no, I like this. Is pretty tasty.
Good way to start out the show. Refreshing. Delicious.
Refreshing and delicious. Delicious.
It's delicious.
It's very refreshing.
So yeah, so the TikTok thing seems to be going well.
Man, I tell you, I honestly, like I said, yeah, after
we've had a lot of views on a lot of those things too.
Like I don't
in the 20 and 40 and 60,000s.
I know we actually hit one video like hit close to 50, and it was one of those ones where I was like I said, this is the first time I was like, man, can't this just make it to 50? I was like happy when I used to get a couple hundred. Now I'm like, can't this one hit 50? Come on.
1,000.
Yeah, exactly. But then I had one like a week later hit over 60,000. Yeah. So we had a couple really good ones that popped off, and now it's been nice that everyone seems to kind of keep enjoying the content, whether it's some beverage related stuff or a lot of the Destiny things I've been putting up, and it definitely has been nice for people to be enjoying things. Every video getting a lot of likes, and like I said, again, it kind of had slowed down a little bit as we were getting closer to 1,000. I was like, man, are we going to come up short? I'm not going to be able to get to 1,000 because like 1,000, I was like, oh, cool, we can go live. Like if we're ever out and about, like we always talk about, if we go down to Tap and Bottle or something, we could literally, as opposed to having, we could just like, oh, you want to fire up the phone for like a half hour, like just do that and just go live and just be sitting there and just have it on, and we're having some beers and fun stuff like that. So those are the things that we kind of now have an opportunity to do. But yeah, I was like, it was about 24 or 36 hours. I was like, all right, we're 15 away. All right, we're 10 away.
Well, I saw you.
All right, we're 5. Oh my God, we're 5. Like finally, and then finally, it was like, then we kind of blew past it. So
I created an account.
Did you?
And then I think Ben also did.
Oh,
he had one. So I said, I asked him if he followed us, and at that time he said no. But so hopefully,
not that guy.
Hopefully he is. If he doesn't care about it, just do it.
He's the one leaving the really nasty comments. It's like, it's like, wow.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, man, you guys. He's like, I've had almost 3 beers. I know exactly where you guys are wrong.
Well, most of your stuff though is game. Most of your posts are game.
Yeah, as of late, like I said, I put up the one the other day. I think it was our what was it? Our conversation about. I'm going to look at it here quickly.
I was watching one the other day. I realized I do need to buff my forehead.
Buff your forehead.
Well, to reduce maximum shine.
You're too shy. Oh, it was on the, we were talking about John Madden. So it was slightly gaming and related.
Oh, okay.
Where you came up, it was the funny one where you said, yeah, it was scratch and sniff turducken.
Oh,
I put that clip up there.
Is that because he's going to be on the cover of Madden?
John Madden's going to be on the cover of Madden. Madden's on Madden.
Very appropriate.
Madden on Madden. It's the new show on Netflix that you don't want to see. They're like, everyone likes that new movie Blondie about Marilyn Monroe that's NC-17. Let's do one with John Madden.
No,
please no. Please no.
We got
his turducken is really turfucking. Sorry.
We took advantage of the get a free iPhone 13 thing.
Oh, so
now I've got 3 months free of Apple TV Plus.
Oh,
so
nice.
I have to get it, watch everything watched while I want.
Well, I recommend Ted Lasso.
Because what you didn't at first.
I didn't.
But then I saw you.
Well, finally they stopped at that plot line. Like they basically, I think at some point they heard me, even though the show had already been out and into season 2, they heard me and they were like, let's ditch that. We really just, there's still some like a little annoying. For the most part, it's, the only thing that's weird is because since all the episodes is like 10 episodes, there's always like this, like, you can tell they're like, okay, they're about to throw something at the end of this episode that's going to be the thing for the next 2 or 3.
Oh,
like,
to keep you,
yeah, like the bad thing or whatever. Like, hey, everything's okay. Everything's good for
Everything's
an
too good.
episode and a half now. It's all pretty good. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, someone just had a heart attack. Like, it's like set your watch by it practically. But overall, the show, like I said, the humor in the show and just like I said, all the cast is just excellent. Like I said, no, I definitely recommend. We just finished season 2, so we wrapped up everything they had, and then I haven't really watched anything else on Apple TV. I don't know if you would find it interesting, but maybe like I said, maybe Pocket or maybe Ben would. There's a show with Rob McElhaney from Always Sunny.
Okay.
And it's a show on there, but it's all about like the backside of the video game industry. And it's like a humorous show, but it's almost like, like he's running like almost like a company like Bethesda or Bungie or something like,
so it's not real. It's not a documentary.
No, it's like it's a fake kind of mockumentary thing a little bit. I think but I've heard that's pretty, I have not watched that. That's the other thing I want to try and watch. Cause I also like, there's not as much on Apple TV. So like
there's one with Adam Scott that intrigues me where he's recently, like his wife has passed away. So he takes either a pill or has some sort of surgery. And so he kind of has forgotten about that. But it kind of, it seemed a little dark but also kind of intriguing on that. We were watching Ozark. I'd already watched the first season a few years back when it came out because I think Joe was. Have you watched it?
I have not. I have no need to.
Because Joe, I don't know how much he's watched.
I don't know actually.
Okay, but I remember him talking about it.
I don't know if they've watched this last half season that's come out, but like I know he was fairly far into it.
Okay, and so Pock and I talked about it for a while, and then she's like, "Well, let's watch it." And I said, "Okay, well, I've seen the first season. That's fine. Let's do that." And we watched, and I had been the point when I had watched it. I was like, "Okay, I don't need to watch anymore." But when watching with her again, it's probably because watching it with somebody, I was like, well, if you want to watch some more. So we did.
Sure.
Then we watched another 4 or 5 episodes, and then
into season 2?
Into season 2.
Okay. So you went through season 1, 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it just kept getting more like, oh my God, can't something just like go right for like an episode or 2? Why does it have to? And so then we were both kind of like, well, I think we're done. And so I said, well, why don't we read about it and see what happened in season 2? She's like, all right, that sounds good. So she looked it up. She's like, oh, this person died.
Were you able to skip to season 3 then?
Well, so then
Sis, how's it going? Good to see you.
So then actually she read what happened in season 3. She's like, all right, I'd be okay. We could watch season 4. We have not done that yet. And I'm
Are
like,
you literally going to skip 2 seasons or a season and a half and watch season 4?
I'm not sure.
That'd be hilarious. RX, how's it going? Oh, hi. That would be absolutely funny. Yeah, I've heard the acting is good, like everything. I love Jason Bateman and stuff. It's just kind of, I don't know. And talking with Joe, who's obviously we've both seen Breaking Bad, he was like, the first couple seasons are kind of Breaking Bad-ish. And he's like, oh, this is a lesser than. But then and I've read reviews too where they said then it kind of does season, I don't know, 2.5 or 3, like is kind of when it does like carve its own path and do something different. And I heard that it ended, like I said, overall pretty good. So
okay.
Severed Lime too. We actually had, so we were just talking about that. I had that one. I must have been like, you reminded me, like I said, I had that like on a stream. Like I just had that one.
Yeah.
And then we had the berry together. Yeah. And you've since also have had the lime. And like overall, I think we liked the berry one at that time the best.
Yeah.
And now we just had the mango, which actually
one the best.
Should have hit all the buttons. There we go. Right there. Everything we're having. I think this one's my favorite, honestly. This Liquid Death, the mango chainsaw, besides the name that they did screw up on. Well, this one's definitely my favorite. A little agave nectar is nice, just having that little bit of sweet in there. And like it does have calories. Obviously, it's got 20 calories, but that's still significantly less than anything else that you would have. So,
pockets.
It's painful. Oh, it's just painful. Yeah.
We've actually been watching a little anime actually with Ben.
Oh yeah,
something he watches. So we've been watching this because
Invincible.
Well, so because he had told me about it because he thought it was great because there were so many like 70s and 80s music references.
Oh,
like
weren't we talking about that last time? And someone in chat remembered because I didn't know what it was and you couldn't remember. And then also
Joe, The Amazing Adventures of Joseph Joestar, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, there's so many like pop like a couple of the villains in one of the episodes were Logs and Messina.
Jeez.
They're one of the bad guys.
There you go. Void Star with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There you go. Look at that. My brother actually watches anime Void Star.
I know what's happened.
You're drawing more people into there.
Well,
everyone's in a roll. See, all you have to do is mention anime, and all of a sudden everyone comes out of the woodworks. Apparently, that's
I'm trying to be in touch with not only my son, but with the rest of our viewing audience there.
Oh, that's too funny. You like Spindrift better, but the tall boys are a good value. I do probably overall too. I'd rather have the Spindrift, like just those natural citrus flavors, whether it's the grapefruit, the lime. You said, what was it? Was it raspberry lime? What was the one that you said Spindrift used to have that was in
used to? I don't know if they still make that one or not, but now it's just straight lime.
That one sounded delicious.
Yeah. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Bizarre Adventures. So how far are you into that? How many seasons?
Well, there's so many episodes of that. I think there's only like 5 seasons, but like each season has like 30 or 40 episodes.
Oh my God.
Something ridiculous.
Are they all like 10 minutes apiece?
No, they're like 22, 23. Just like
Dude,
a standard.
Lord.
Yeah. It's interesting though.
Void Star, what are your thoughts on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Is that a thumbs up from you?
One of the bad guys in the first thing was ACDC, but because of copyright, they had to spell it like EISIDICI. ACDC.
Oh God!
Yeah, that was good.
The author of JoJo's names a lot of the abilities after bands and songs. There you go.
Yeah,
fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's very good. Look at that. See,
it's but I have to do a lot of reading though because we're watching.
Oh, is it all subtitles?
Yeah, I guess you can do it the other way, but Ben much prefers it this way. So
don't. Hey. Chad will get mad. Well, it's good you're watching with subtitles.
Watching with
dubbing usually is very frowned upon.
Yes. So no, we're subtitling.
Don't be dubbing.
No, we're subtitling.
Kidding.
Subtitles.
I like hearing it in the
subtitles.
I like listening to it in the original Yiddish. Like, wait a minute.
But so watching a few things, but yes, and now I at least got to carve out some time. Well, I have the free Apple TV Plus.
Just like look through and see what's there. Like, definitely. Yeah. If you were JoJo characters, what would be your name and your stand? Oh my God,
stand. Yeah.
Please don't call. I'm wondering why I got out of bed. Oh, I thought we were doing this as Stan. It lives up to the bizarre in its title. Dub over sub for me. Really, I don't care. I'd rather enjoy it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Usually when I have mentioned before, like, oh, does that have a dub or shit? And everyone's like, no, you got to read it. I'm like, oh, okay. Which I don't have a problem with. Like I said, sometimes it can be, but like when we watched.
I'd like to compare it, I guess. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
See what the experience is like for someone like me.
And I wonder don't get mad at me, chat. I wonder with an anime, do you notice as much? Whereas like if you had to when you dub someone else, like I was just about to say, when we watched Netflix, when we watched Dark, we didn't watch the dub. My wife and my son originally, they watched it twice. The time I watched it, they had it because it's done in German. So we listened to it in the original German and then I read subtitles. When they watched the first time, they watched the dub. I wonder if like in an anime, you don't notice the differences of stuff quite as much because it's just kind of like, just the animation movement. I don't know. Those are my initial wonders. Those are the same people that tell you don't like pineapple on pizza, so you should have it on yours. Yeah. Like I don't care if someone puts on their pizza. I don't like pineapple, but I don't care if you put pineapple on a pizza. Like you can put anything on a pizza as long as it's edible. Like that, is what a pizza is all about.
We should all have the freedom of choice.
I think we all should have the freedom of choice. It's not a pizza until you pull it out of the oven. It's a pizza once you put your fists in the dough.
Put your fists in the dough.
Never truer. Never truer.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't matter whichever the individual prefers. Okay. I was just wondering, to wonder what that actually looks like. I usually don't mind reading because I kind of do like, it sounds weird, like the culture of it, the inflection, like, that's kind of where it was originally done. So I liked it, but I could see like if it was a tired night, I could be like, oh, let me just listen to this. It's getting late. You're like, my eyes are weary. It was dubbed on Cartoon Network. Okay. Was old school Cartoon Network dubbed or subbed? I don't recall. For Code Geass, Gundam, Death Note et al. So you're already out of my league on some of those. Like I said, I watched like a little bit of those things, but not that much. But back to the original question from RX. Do you have what would your name be?
I don't know. I'd have to think. I haven't given that any thought.
And what's the stand? See, now you have to explain something to me.
The stand is like, and I don't know
Is it like your Patronus?
Yeah, sort of. It's like this power that
bringing out like random other
power that comes out of you that you have. Okay. It's almost this like
the Force
mirrored.
It binds you. It penetrates you.
Mirrored image.
Oh, okay.
That you have, but it has special powers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Does it grow? Like, can it only do things like so often? Like, do you have to like conjure it? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, you have to. I will use my stand to go and explore the ship.
So it's like Goku. All of a sudden, like you're like, like the thing like pops.
Yeah, it pops out. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of this conversation. You all have come in on the right thing. When my brother is explaining anime to me, this is gold right here.
Well, that's not necessarily a good thing either. That's the. I'm just learning. I'm just dipping my toe in the anime waters.
Well, you watched the Arcane, right? Wasn't that your first?
Yeah, but that wasn't really. I don't know if is that considered anime. But yeah, but that.
What's the story, Norm? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish.
Norm is actually in a case of liquid right here. That actually is kind of cool.
Oh my gosh.
RX, thank you for the gifted sub to Sizz. That is super nice. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. The back to back.
Is RX the new Lucky?
RX, thank you for the gifted sub to Void Star. That is super nice. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, RX. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted subs. Going huge. Bringing it in here. That's super nice.
Everybody who doesn't have one.
He's looking. He's like, who doesn't have a sub in this channel? Why is this this way? You got to help me find. I want to switch up this clip. I want a new clip, and then I want a different clip for when it's like if someone gifts 5 or 10 or something like that. So you need to help me find some Norm ones that you like or remember, and we'll look up the episode, and I want to put those on there.
Okay.
Make a note of that. That's your new goal.
Still
you
Norm.
Find those. Still Norm. I think that's kind of like the theme. Like people do seem to like that. RX, thank you for the gifted sub to Pocket. That is super, super nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that.
She needed to do that, and someone did it for her.
Someone took care of it.
Oh.
Wow. So is the stand? Does that usually have the music name, or how does this work in this?
I
thing?
haven't noticed.
I'm trying to figure out how I can form my decision. Conan, someone is throwing subs. Good to see you too, Conan.
I haven't noticed that yet with the stand. It might get into that. We're just into like this is the second season, I believe.
This is the dawning of the age of
my
Aquarius.
son keeps saying it's getting better, going to get better. It's getting better because it seems to be like a little faster pace than the first part. He had to skip past several episodes and just kind of brought us up to date. And we watched the rest of that first season. And yeah, it is moving already a little bit faster, but this one hasn't like the first one we watched. You had AC/DC, Cars, Logs in Messina. You had Whamu, which was Wham. You had Lisa was
wow.
I know.
Okay.
Speedwagon. That's it. Yes. And his name is like Robert something with the EO and then the Speedwagon. That's REO Speedwagon. That's great.
Sometimes the stand, sometimes the characters. Currently working on the season pass in Fall Guys. Oh, nice, Conan. I guess I realized they had a season pass. Have you enjoying Fall Guys? Did they add some more? Did they add like a new map to that? Some new games or something maybe? I haven't played that game in forever.
The old Lee Majors show? Oh, wait, no.
The old Lee Majors.
Fall Guy.
I needed to actually, one of the bits that I wanted to put on here that people can use their channel points on, I thought of the other day, is I wanted to go and find the Family Guy. I think you know this one, the Family Guy one where it's Robert Loggia at the airport.
Oh,
I want to put that as one.
Is that Robert Loggia?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
How do you spell that? R is in Robert Loggia. O is in oh my God, it's Robert Loggia.
That's one of JJ's favorite things.
As also Kirk, who I used to work with, that was one of his. Like we would quote that all the time, and he would just do the oh my God, it's Robert Loggia.
B.
Yeah. And then space.
The Fall Guy did have a great truck. Wow, Chicken Lord even knows the Fall Guy. Wow. Do you remember the Fall Guy?
The Fall Guy?
It was Lee Majors. He was a stuntman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually had that song on my in my iTunes at one time.
Oh really?
Yeah. Or maybe it was and
the Cult Jam. Someone
PBR,
said,
yeah.
So
that was Lisa.
Oh, that was the Lisa.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Lisa
Yeah.
Cult Jam. Yeah. Yep.
Just started, but it went free to play. Oh, it went free because is it on?
Messina.
It's on Epic Games now, right? Conan, isn't that where it's at? Did they get bought? They got bought like a while ago, right? That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know that. I'd have to think about it. So, like I said, yeah, maybe I would pick like my name being the band, and then like my stand would actually be a song that they've done. Maybe I would tie things together that way. I'd have to think about it though. I have to think about it. It'd probably be Heavy Balloon. I don't know. Depending on what copyright things you have to do for Led Zeppelin. I don't know if you know.
Heavy Balloon.
Heavy Balloon. And then
there was a Zeppeli, I think, in the first one too.
Was there a Zeppeli?
Zeppeli, I think it was.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Yeah. It's all right. You can still have
No.
Zappelli. I think it was Zappelli. Is how
Zappelli. It was Italian. He's Italian.
Zappelli.
Look, it's Led Zappelli again. He's over here. What are you doing? I haven't finished mine.
No, I enjoyed that. That was tasty and refreshing.
Would you buy that?
In the right circumstances, yes. I'm probably not going to buy it just to have it in my house necessarily, but if I was
what if
out,
you'd
like,
have it outside of your house?
well,
I'm
like
it over here.
No, like at the when I went to the Tears for Fears concert, I bought the lime and the berry. I would pick that one over that now.
I actually watched YouTube was recommended to me because apparently I think my phone must just listen to our conversations or whatever.
Okay.
Recommended on YouTube was someone had live concert footage from this tour from Tears for Fears.
Oh,
so I watched probably like half of that the other night watching them. It was like a decent. The audio was really good. The camera work wasn't too bad. Like it was probably someone's. I mean the phones now are just amazing. Well, kids today with these phones.
And Pocket actually did some video on a couple of the songs too.
Did they have any like rules or anything about that?
They didn't say anything.
Oh, I didn't know. Like I said, some people do. Like, well, I mean, some like was it like Dave Chappelle and like some comedians and stuff. They like literally they take your phone. Like you can't even bring your phone in.
Really?
Yeah. Like there, it's like because they don't want you recording things. And then, like when we went and saw Tool, that was the last concert I went to. When we saw them, it was like every 15 minutes before the concert started, they're like, and as a note to, as soon as the concert begins, if your phone is like if they see you have a phone out, they were literally like they would come by and like escort you out. Because they don't want you to record. Like
no, there was a whole bunch of people were just holding and filming, and I got a couple.
Jack White does that. Saw them in 90. Who'd you see in 95?
Probably Tears for Fears.
Or maybe Lisa and the Cold Champ.
Or any of the other ones we've referenced.
The other ones we've listed. Yeah, like I said, and I get it. Like, I'm sure if you just didn't bring your phone with you, you could just be like, oh, I don't, have it or whatever. Like, I don't know if they pat you down for it, but yeah, they were like, do not have out a mobile device. But then what was cool, I have it recorded at the very end, the very last song they did. They're like, all right, I know you guys want to whip it out. Just whip them out now. Just don't worry about it.
Which was that?
This is a Tool. They were telling they like to whip out your phone. So you were able to record. So I recorded. Everyone got to record the last song. So, but yeah, but people still record it. But yeah, the Tears for Fears, it was kind of the side. I was surprised that they third song in, they went Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I was a little shocked. I was like, man, third song in, you're going with the Showstopper. And it was funny too. All of a sudden, the whole audience, everyone just left. I was like, wow, that is really shocking. I was like, wow, they came for that one.
No,
it was Tears for Fears. Okay.
No. Yeah, I think
free pat down. It's been a while. I'll take a free pat down. That's outstanding, Chicken Lord.
80. So Colt Sievers. Right.
Don't fear the Colt Sievers.
I'm not one to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. It was Lee Majors actually singing the song. And he's a fall guy. It was good, yeah. I remember watching that. This is some deep.
Did you expect any of this conversation?
I did not expect. Well, maybe the anime one, because I was thinking about talking about that, but paying forward if they get.
Oh, that was. I don't know why that hasn't popped up yet.
What is happening here?
I don't know. Chicken Lord, thank you for the gifted sub to RX, which has not popped up yet. It may in a second. I don't know.
I think
we'll see. We'll wait this out a second.
I think Twitch is having a.
It could be. Stream Elements was weird the other day. All right, it did pop up there to hit. All right,
Norman. What
do you have, Mr. Peterson?
A beer.
There you go. That's our version of and scene.
Because what's up, my nipples? It's cold outside.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What's going in, Mr. Peterson?
Yeah, what was it? Oh, my nipples.
I bet somebody has called together most of those Norm things and put them in like one sort of clip, wouldn't you think?
Probably.
Like if you look that up, the famous Norm entrance quotes.
But yeah, Chicken Lord, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifted sub to RX. I'm sorry the alert didn't pop up. It'll probably like pop up any second and when we least expect it. So again,
when we're recording a podcast.
Yeah. Afternoon, everybody.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's so funny.
What's the story, Norm? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
I actually took the time, like I said, as I do with most of the videos we have, I actually go find the original. I'm that weird guy. I could just go grab the YouTube thing. I could take that way out of it. And I probably would if I couldn't find it. But I actually sourced the original material, like the Sweet Vermouth clip, which I'll probably take down here very shortly because I think people are kind of like expecting more. And they're like, wait, what is this?
What do you mean?
Well, I had the Sweet Vermouth Groundhog Day clip. And it's like, it
was that
funny
one. Oh, okay.
But a few people during the week have done it. And I think they think it's going to be like something really exciting. Okay. And it's kind of like, it's very average. But anyway, like I find the original source material. I re-record it myself. I edit it down. I do it. So anyway.
Quality.
I take the time.
It's the kind of quality you get
Ton
here.
of Norm videos on YouTube. Yeah, like I said, that would actually probably be a good one to do, is like actually search like YouTube, like you just said, and watch a bunch of them in a row, find a couple funny ones, and then I go figure out what episode they're in and record them or something. No one anymore is going to have a summer TV show reference. A summer TV show reference. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that was the one I thought of the other day, was the Robert Loggia one, because I even made a note of it. Oh, and then there was, I actually made a note the other day of a Frasier episode. I found the one that I was always talking about, and I can't believe everything that's in season 2. We're almost done with season 2. We're almost at season 3. You better get going. Season 2, the whole bit where they're like talking about how amazing this meal was, and they're like, yeah, but they didn't have such and such, and they're like, Niles, what's even better than an amazing meal? An amazing meal with one thing we can pick at the rest of the evening. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I've made a note. I'm like, I gotta see if I can clip that down. Dare I say it? Maybe time for some Handsome Pete to retire, but you could replace it with Sweet Weekends.
That would be.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
Gummy DeMilo. Sweet can. Mr. Simpson.
Yeah, Mr. Simpson. Dramatization may not have actually happened.
May not have actually occurred. Sweet can.
Maybe sat by YouTube, Twitch instead of over the air TV. I mean, Conan breaking it out right there. You go.
Pete, you got some customers.
Handsome Pete was where it all started, I think.
It is. Like I said, that's still, I think that's one of the few little emotes that you get for free if you're not a sub. Like I think which I've got to come up with a few more. Those are on the way at some point. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, the Gummy DeMilo. That is.
The Gummy DeMilo, which ties into very wonderfully the beer that we're going to have next.
How
correct?
does that? Yes.
Correct.
The sour gummy.
It is.
Gummy sour beer, of course.
Hippie, how's it going? Good to see you. I see you. I know you're trying to sneak in. See you, though. Anyone else want to get bigger posters and Liquid Death box art? It's not bad, right? Like I am fine with their marketing. Their commercials are hilarious. And finally, this one I think is pretty. Like I said, I think these are the better ones. This and the berry are the two best.
Yeah.
The regular water it's just water. Like it's not worth it. Not to buy it. Like go get some.
I just like how it's been kind of used as like a frame almost for the stuff that's been popping up.
Yeah, when the subs and things have popped up, that has been kind of nice.
It's been kind of cool.
Yeah, there it is. Baker's got the picture there. I can't believe that one hasn't been pulled down yet.
Sweet cans.
Yeah. What was that while we need it? But yeah, so that ties into, let's go ahead and take this off here.
For the first podcast recording.
What is the first podcast we're going to have going on?
It's going to be Perts these days.
So it's from Drekker Brewing Company.
Drekker Brewing, yep. A gummy sour beer.
Divisive within your household, am I correct?
No,
absolutely. Lines were drawn.
No.
Battlegrounds.
We were pretty much on the same page.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I had to make a decision between which one I sided more with. Well, then I don't want to do this podcast.
No, I wanted to bring it to the table for more analysis.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
no. It's still something I liked, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and there were some things in there that at least the can we had, I thought, that's interesting. So I want to see if those are still there.
Okay.
Maybe it was just something I ate that day. You know me, I'm still, today I don't always smell the coffee grinding when I'm at work, but today I actually did.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, yes. So
nice.
It was a good, but most everything, senses wise is back, but still every once in a while I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'm still being affected by that. So anyway, no, I wanted to bring it to the table for scrutiny, for the spotlight, for the analysis.
Okay.
Put it under the microscope.
That sounds
as it were.
Debo, thank you for the slice of pizza. I'd appreciate it. What kind of pizza is it? What kind of pizza am I getting?
Pineapple
Looks like some RX is putting a whole pineapple on a pizza.
There we go.
That is an excellent little emo right there. I love that. I have not seen that one. They've done a great job selling their product. Yes, they have. I think, like I said, I think the marketing again is solid enough, and the actual product that I would buy again that lives up to it are the last two that, like I said, again, the berry and the mango of their sparkling waters. I would if I saw those, like I said, I was like, oh, I need some sparkling water. Or like you said, if you were out and about and at an event or something like that, I definitely would not turn away from having one of those. I'll expect some of those on Saturday.
The Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Sweet can.
But yeah, all right, let's go grab a beer. Let's take a quick break. Let's go grab that beer, and then we'll come back and record our first podcast of the evening.
Yes.
Thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Thank you for So just remember, next Thursday when we do this again, it'll be so it's beverage podcasting and anime talk. So just remember that.
I don't know.
Bring
about
all your
that.
anime friends. This man's got some opinions.
No, that's not true.
They are strong.
We can have a special guest maybe who does, but that won't be me.
One of these nights.
One of these perts.
One of these crazy old perts.
Maybe that'll be one of the names for one sometime soon.
Gonna find out, pretty mama.
Pretty mama.
Pretty mama. Or that could be your stand. You could be Eagles. You could be Eagle.
The eagle, yes.
Maybe that'd be the good name for the stand. Be just Eagle.
But my stand would probably be Peaceful Easy Feeling, and I'd be killed.
You'd be dead immediately.
Yeah. I will use my stand, Peaceful Easy Feeling, to bring calm to the land.
So some guy with a guitar just strumming, and just like some light little waves just like come out from it, and then it's just like the guy immediately just goes and he falls over and just dies.
My stand is Peaceful Easy Feeling.
My friend, your stand sucks.
Yes. He lasted only one episode, and only for a few moments in that.
Had a dream last night the ocean was orange. Turns out it was just a fantasy. I like it. That's pretty good. Herbaceous vermouth pizza. You could do something like you could pair like a pizza and a drink. Like totally, there are some herbaceous drinks that you could go with. Like I said, I'm not against any of these things. And I love that Debo says that it's a margarita pizza just for this podcast. That was just as we went to break.
Just
That's
for us.
absolutely perfect.
Right.
Genius. Just a fantasy.
Okay, so the one that of these that we really liked, I think it may have been the first pert that Pocket liked. We really liked.
I
The
still
first one
have
she
that
tried.
one, don't I?
Oh yeah. Oh, do you have that one?
I don't
too?
know which one is it.
It was the after school. After school pert was brewed with
After
gushers
school pert.
and fruit by the foot. So this one was with gummy, but I still thought
This is Sour Patch Kids.
this is
The dawning of the age of Aquarius.
gummy sour, and they use Sour Patch Kids. Did
Right.
they? Okay. So as opposed to gushers and fruit by the foot,
Right.
Sour Patch Kids. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had thought
This brewery is very unique. Like
Yes,
I said,
they
we had
are.
actually, was it just 2 weeks ago we did that other beer?
the carrot cake.
Yeah, the carrot
Oh,
cake,
it was
which if you guys
delicious.
want to find that review, it is up on our website there. Well, that's actually all the beverages.
I watched
Shameless plug. Right there. Subscribe on YouTube.
I watched that
Great
video.
content
And that orange just shows up so well.
I know it does.
on
Yeah.
there. And it was it was so good.
It was great. Yeah. Carrot cake, sour a la mode, or
was
whatever it was
delicious.
from Drekker. It was delicious. I wish
Yeah.
I could find another one. I looked around online today. Could not find any more, unfortunately.
That's what we were going to use for the celebration on Saturday. We're going to hand out carrot cake beers to everybody.
That would have been
instead
amazing.
of pieces of cake.
That
So,
would have been genius. It would have been the most expensive birthday gift, like cake ever.
There you
though.
go. Everyone gets one.
Like-
oh my goodness.
Your dessert cost us $200. But yeah, like I said, so Drekker does a lot of unique things. They do a lot of amazing IPAs, double IPAs, but they are also not afraid to do weird things like this. So that's what the first podcast is going to be about. Got a lot of gimmicks. But yeah, I'll have to look at which pert I have because I've had it for a little while now. This is what happens when Willy Wonka just gives up on candy and uses all his leftover stock of candies as alcoholic drinks. I love it though. Yeah, like this kind of like Debo, like that is almost like what it is. It is like a Wonka chocolate factory of weirdness.
Speaking of that, with Family Guy, the pure inebriation.
Yeah, exactly. In a world of pure inebriation.
That's clever.
Love wings.
That's early on. so.
Love wings. That was also a good one. All right. So since we were recording this probably for a podcast, I would think this one's going to probably have some funny things going on in it. So we're going to take down the
was the
usual
most boring
extra
one we
stuff.
ever did.
It could be. You never know. Or it could just be like,
Yeah.
that's good. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
carrot cake
I don't
one
know
was
what you're
like,
talking about.
the
Yeah.
carrot cake one was exactly
Yeah.
what I'm looking for in a podcast. I even was happy with like, I just do the kind of the quick down and dirty thumbnails. Sounds dirty.
Oh,
but
the down and dirty thumbnails.
Down and dirty thumbnails. I usually just kind of, but that one I was able to find the really good reaction. I don't know if you saw the picture for it, but it was literally like, I think it was as I would like, you were like big grin and I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, so
yeah.
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Sounds like something, oh no, it needs to record. Yeah. Like he definitely should probably get into that. But yeah. All right. So we will get into this. We'll rock out a podcast and yeah. Do you have thoughts on how you want to start this one? You got something?
Back-to-back Drekker? No, I guess that's kind of already telling people what it is.
That's
How do
fine.
you feel about
That's fine.
back-to-back?
I've kind of thought about like maybe we should ditch some of the early format and get into like things even quick. Like I don't know if we should do the like hidden thing for 20. I mean, so if you wanted to, like, I don't.
Here's what we
okay.
have. No.
Yeah, just literally just already have it up there. Well, we've got this. Like, I don't know. Sounds like something.
Wow.
Oh, oops. Gives everyone a plate of sweet potato. Man, sweet potato fries are
And
also usually
margarita
delicious.
pizza. Jeez.
It's a lot of starch.
Can't wait to see what dessert's going to be.
Oh, all the starch. When is the last time we had a beer from Drekker Brewing?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been at least a week and a half.
I can't even remember.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Drekker. What? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We were being completely sarcastic here because obviously we just did a beer from Drekker Brewing, but it's hard not to because they come out with so many different, unique, amazing things.
Right.
And hopefully this will carry on some of that lineage, but in a completely different fashion. So we've got a sour beer from Drekker for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Perts These Days, which is a gummy sour made with Sour Patch Kids.
They actually put Sour Patch Kids in here? Like,
That's
are you
what
really
the
saying
label
that?
says, right?
Are you
they have their little,
are you serious?
They've got their little
That can't
gimmicks
be.
that it says on the can.
Oh my God, they use
we've
raspberry.
talked about this before.
Raspberry, orange, apricot, guava, lemon, lime, pineapple, Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
All in this beer. That is just,
all in there.
That seems like a lot. That seems like this would make this very expensive. Is this one of their like $6
Oh
ones?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
All those sours kind of run right in that ballpark there. And I'm assuming, I don't know what
It also mentions to do the roll.
Or what it's apply. Yeah, you can't see this. It's off camera. But or instead of shaking it up, because that would be dangerous for the room, all this equipment that you've assembled over the years.
Exactly.
So he's just to kind of mix everything up, because if you don't do that, when you pour these beers, the first half usually pours not clear, but
there's a lot of solids at the
clearer
bottom.
than the second half. So
where does the pert come from? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
Like, I don't
but
even
it seems
know
like
what
that's a line of. It must be some sort of have some sort of connotation. At
that
least
is not the
maybe
color I thought it was going to be.
But yeah, so we've had a lot of these before. This is one I full disclosure, have tried this one already, but
you bought a 4-pack of this, didn't you?
I did buy a 4-pack of this because based on the previous one that we had that was with, what did I say? It was with Fruit by the Foot and Gushers. I thought this was going to be very similar. I was hoping that it would be very similar. And so that's why I thought, you know what, knowing what we know about Drekker, because they're usually gone so fast. Usually you have time to get one home, try it. Oh, I got to get one of those in a couple days.
Oh, we're sold out.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they,
and it's gone.
And they are, but the good news is there's usually another one following.
Yeah.
Something different. Something different. So anyway.
Color-wise, like, not a lot to talk about other than it looks like a smoothie of some sort that you've juiced. Like I said, it was pretty thick when I... Again, even though I kind of rolled it and did that a little bit, there was still a little heavier down at the bottom than at the end. So I tried to give us both a little bit of that. But
looks a little more on the screen. It looks a little more orangey than it does here. This has a little more of like reddish.
I would say so, reddish orange kind of color
to it. So
all right, I got to get to this aroma though.
Okay.
But again, by this can look, I thought it was going to be greenish yellow. You're late. Guardian down, you're not late. You're totally fine. Chipotle sauce or a lemon dill? Ooh, that would be an interesting sauce to go with. Studio, how's it going? Good to see you, Studio. Thank you for coming in. Hi, late. I'm Dad. Grabs coat. God damn it, Debo. See you in 18 years. See you in 18 years. Half prune, half orange juice. Would you say that's the kind of color in there? You think it's like a prune and orange juice kind of look?
Maybe not as much. The prune's a little bit darker, but the orange and maybe almost like tomato juice or cranberry. Actually, it almost kind of looks like when you combine orange and cranberry juice.
A little orange and cranberry juice. Yeah. That's probably the good call.
Kind of that sort of look to it.
Guardian Down, is good to see you as well. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for everybody being here. We're just in the middle. We're at the sniffing portion of the podcast. Looks like brown carrot juice. It's a little more so, like I said, if you're seeing what we're seeing as we look at our monitor, I understand why you're saying that. In here, in the actual room looking at it's a little more red. It's a little bit more red. I would agree.
Red, but
I would agree.
But it does have a darker
kumquat
note.
Carrot. All right, now we're just making up words. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I gotta get. All right, I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That is an amalgam of a lot of different flavors. Like that literally is like strawberry and raspberry and lemon and lime. And I almost smell like sugar, like sweetness in there too with all, and the tart, like just the aroma is making my mouth water just like alone. So I am getting like, I just took like a handful of Sour Patch Kids and threw them in my mouth. That's what I'm kind of getting in the aroma. It's pretty potent too.
And maybe that's something. So I almost get an herbaceous note in there, almost gardeny at the end, and maybe that's just all of those together. And like, so maybe I'm still not back at full sense strength.
Yeah, I'm not really getting that. Like I said, to me, it just really seems like if I just stuck my head in a bag of like sour candies of some sort, like when you just get like that smell of everything, and you can't like,
and maybe that's
certain ones pop through, like I said, but it's not like it completely discerns anything.
Yeah,
I've got to try. I've got to try this. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I think about that one for a bit. How is the nose feel? Definitely looks like the carrot cake tint. Yeah, like I said, on the screen, I would definitely agree, Guardian. Like I said, it has a little bit of that to it. So it's like a fine wine. You let it breathe a bit and hope it doesn't bite much. Bite hard.
I won't bite.
I won't bite hard. And even like on the side of the, you guys can't see that because of the lighting, but there's actually like, it is tomato juicy, almost like where you take a sip and there's this sediment and stuff on the sides.
The lacing.
Tenth of a way to Keith Flex. Look at that. People are just counting down.
Tenth of a way.
Someone the other day tried to find out, because I think on the Keith Flex, if you go to it, it actually says, just like it says, there'll be a Keith Flex and maybe something extra for the first redemption. Someone was like, "Oh, what's the extra thing?" I was like, "You gotta wait. Gotta find out.
Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll come up with something.
We've got plenty of time to figure it out."
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the what's in my glass is fairly thick. I don't know how yours is.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you
Yeah.
like I
No, I think you did a good job.
Okay.
That rolling, I think, really made a difference.
Yeah, I think that helped out a little bit. Definitely very tart. Some sweetness in there. It's that same kind of a lot of blend of fruits together. I think like a strawberry or raspberry seems to pop the most for me, and then like again the lemon and lime.
Yeah.
Kind of after that. It's good. It's not my favorite. It's okay. There's something in there that is kind of, and it's probably from actually, you know, like if you have a sour, like if you know, like because there's, you know, the sugars and things. There's something in here that almost is like chalky or kind of grainy to me.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know. There's something in it where I'm like, oh, it feels like it feels like the brightness is being held back by something, and I don't know if it's by other ingredients in the beer, just naturally what happens when they do this kind of brewing process with that. But yeah, it feels like I had something that was very fruity and tart, and then I poured something else in it that kind of like quieted that down and kind of smoothed it out a little bit, maybe. But like it's good. Like I said, I definitely, you know, it's one of those ones. If I had bought one, I'd be like, oh, this is good, but I wouldn't have wanted a 4-pack of this. I'd be like, okay, I can move on to the next one. Whereas, like I said, the one we had last week, the carry, like I wanted 3 more of those.
Yeah.
What are your
thoughts? And that's kind of how I felt about the other one that I thought this was.
How many of
these
these have you had?
This is only the second.
Okay,
we split the one, and then I haven't had it since then, so I still have 2 more at home. I am getting more like front palate, the lemon, the strawberry, those things. I'm getting that. There is just something on that finish that I can't. That at least right now I'm identifying as garden or herb or V8 or something, and it's not like I'm. But the first half is that really nice tart kind of fruit, all that going on, and then the second half it's like it's where it gets muddled for me.
That's kind of where I'm talking about that like chalkiness or whatever, or something that again I know but that's where I get it too. Is like it's kind of on the finish. The finish, like the beginning, I like the first third a lot because it's. Like you said, acidic on the front, you know, there's some acidity. It's lively. Those flavors kind of pop. And then there's something that happens like the back half and on the finish that is, like I said, I'm not quite getting like that kind of thing. Yeah. But I'm definitely getting something that is like, it's like, it's chalky or milky or lactose, like it's lactose, but it's not super sweet. It's just kind of like, this is the remnants of everything you'd have left if you melted down a sour like, or something like that, where you have all this other material that like held it together. That's not the flavor. I don't know. Waxy? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't,
that's going a little far, but
yeah, it's just something that high note that rises on the soft palate that just, I'm just like, oh, it just makes it just, it's a little bit of a mind bender for me, a palate confuser. I'm so confused. But you still have, you said you have the other one.
I do have a pert of some sort. Yeah, okay. I don't know which one.
I think it was that time you bought one. If you have held on to that would be, because I think you even said, well, you can have that one if you want.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't had it yet. Like, I've
buy
had
it from you for $12. No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for sale.
I'll sell it to you. The Drekker Brewing pert black market that you've heard so much about.
That's right.
But yeah, no, it's not like I'm going to not buy Drekker stuff or something.
No,
it's just been one of those ones where like, oh, this one's good. I like some of their other gimmicky things better. But yeah, I'm glad that we got to have that. And I have no good transition for this. Just go to our website, AboutBeverages.com.
Just check us out.
It's a good place to go.
We do
like
things.
We do lots of things.
Yeah, you're all over the place with TikTok and all that stuff that you do.
It's exhausting. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go to our website, AboutBeverages.com. You can find anything we have ever done, whether it was recipes, podcasts, videos, notes, news things. All that stuff is there for over a decade. That has been sitting there waiting for you to come by and take a look. If you only want the latest videos, I would appreciate you go to YouTube. YouTube is the best place to go for all that kind of stuff. Hit the subscribe button and make those numbers go up. I like seeing the numbers go up. Yeah, not down, go up. So like I said, if you want to do that, that'd be great. You can find all of our latest podcasts, including the full archive of this show that we do live every Thursday evening. You can find that there as well. If you only want audio versions of things, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, those are all great places to find the audio version of our stuff. Hit the subscribe button there. If you have a favorite podcasting app that's not those that you just like using because you've got like an iPod Nano or Shuffle from like 1998 or something like that, and you still use that somehow in some fashion, just search on there for About Beverages, and I'm sure you'll probably find us, more than likely.
I would hope so.
Yeah, as well as, if there's some social media things you might
the social media. Oh, yeah. The 3 social media things, the pillars, as we say.
Yep, still only 3.
Which are Instagram, TikTok. I moved TikTok up into the second position there because, of all the followers we have now.
I know, exactly. And we can go live now on TikTok. Look out for that. Follow us there.
And Twitter, which is the one that, I don't know. Do we use that most? I guess we still use it most often to communicate.
I would say,
with everybody. So
it's still up there.
To let you know what's going on here at About Beverages, like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific. Come join us, hang out, have a beverage, have some chat, a few laughs, and then also Andrew lets you know what he's doing throughout the week in the gaming world, what he'll be doing, what he'll be drinking, what the games that he'll be playing, all the raids that have happened, everything that's happened. He'll keep you up to date on that on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot. I almost went with pert at a shot.
I thought you were going to say that
too. You should pert.
I thought you were going to say pert at a shot.
Pert at a shot.
And that is a podcast.
Give it a pert.
Seems fancy to be sold by 4-pack instead of 6. Well, usually if thing is fancy,
it's sold by 1, actually.
Yeah, it's actually sold by 1. You can just get it as a 4-pack by buying 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, most of the stuff from Drekker, usually is sold by the single because these usually are $5.50 to $6, like somewhere in there.
Yeah, these are like 6.
They get a little pricey, so
$6.20.
Yeah, not the 6. Yeah, the 6-pack does not happen with a lot of things these days.
Yeah,
it's funny. Like, you don't really think about 6-packs anymore, do you?
Not too much, except for this weekend. I'm trying to think of 6-packs.
Oh, that's true.
For delicious, for things to enjoy poolside during the warm weather. So,
have you looked at what the weather is supposed to be on Saturday?
Not bad, actually. There isn't rain forecast.
We usually always get rain. Like that's what I always think of whenever I think of, like I said, those festivities.
The clouds roll in, but Saturday, no. Well, it's clouds.
Okay,
79.
Clouds, I don't mind.
Low of 79, high of 100.
And even rain's not that bad, as long as it's as long as we don't have Garth Brooks coming in.
The thunder rolls.
There we go. Right there.
Yeah,
Gives everyone a slice of Georgia peach pie and a dab of vanilla ice cream. Man, Debo's just bringing it in strong this evening. Thank you. That sounds delicious.
I guess we have to take care of the beverages.
Yes.
Because he hasn't provided us anything to drink with this. So I guess we're doing that, though. That's where we come along.
We're very dry.
We're about beverages.
We're very parched. About parched. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I think I'd have been good. I'm good with one. Like, I don't know if I would want another one of these.
Well, it reminded me, like I said, the description was very similar to the one that we really liked, which I think was clear. And I think that's where what Pocket likes is the ones that aren't quite so thick like this, that are just more of the tart.
Oh yeah, I like the brains ones. Those usually are really good.
Those are good. Yeah,
those are some of my favorites of the brains.
And actually, at one time, I know she was enjoying those, but now lately, it's more toward just the ones that are just more tart fruit. Delicious.
That's true. There was talk of orange Fanta earlier, so
I know.
we did
oh,
get
that's
some more.
true. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I do
very
forget,
true.
but I thought that was not a fantasy. But at least that's what No, I'm just quoting what Debo said. Something about a fantasy.
Sour Patch drinks sound money fine. I mean, I would definitely love for you to try it, Debo. Like I said, I think you'd. I think maybe you might like. Like I said, I don't dislike. Like, I think I probably came off like that on the podcast. Like I don't dislike it. I'm just like. I think I was expecting something to be even more puckering, like a Sour Patch Kid. Like I thought they were going to be even more like that way, but it was, kind of milder.
Oh yeah, I showed him a picture of the aqua colored beer.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I said it looked like you put like a dish soap, like Palmolive or something like that.
That's the same brewery that did the Nerdy Professor, which was one that had nerds that we really liked. Pocket really liked. So Weldworks out of Colorado. So I bought a couple things from them, and that was one of them. That green. I poured it. I was like, oh.
And was it good though?
I think she finished her half, but I think we were both like, no, we wouldn't buy that one again.
Okay.
So it was okay.
Sounds like something I would try for sure. Fun. Yeah. Yeah, Chicken Lord. Like I said, yeah, if any of that sounds interesting to you, I think it's worth, like I said, again, like we said, give it a shot. If any of the flavor stuff that we talked about, like I said, I didn't think it was bad.
No.
I've been spoiled by that. I've had so many things from Drekker, especially sour beers that have been like, oh my God, this is amazing. That it's like when they have one that's just very good, it's like, oh, this one's just very good.
To me, that second half it doesn't add up to the first half. So.
Yeah, the first part, because you're getting that tart and bright, and then there's something, like I said, I don't like that. It's the best way I can describe it.
Taste with it, but that color, that color was, I don't think you can probably
show
that on the...
Garnishing the glass.
That would be cool
Patch.
for these gimmicky sour. When you do give somebody hey, I got something for you. Or you put a little Sour Patch Kid on there.
that would be
cool. Yeah.
Someone the other day, oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was on Twitter the other day, and I commented on them. Someone that I've rated before, and like I said, I've watched their channels. Aurelius, he actually put up. He's like, "This is the beer I'm having," and it was the unicorn farts. His actually had a little bit of glitter in it because he even took a picture of it. And I even wrote back. I was like, we did a review of this one, and I said we liked it, but I said we did not get any glitter.
No, we didn't have any glitter.
Glitter had been farted out. Apparently,
the glitter had faded.
The glitter had faded.
After the glitter fades,
until the glitter fades on your rose, honey. It could actually work for any sour beer serving. Just always putting a Sour Patch Kid.
Or put if it is something specific, like the ones with the fruit by the foot of the gushers. Yeah, just put it on. Yeah.
So we were talking anime earlier. Do you have anything you want to talk about in the world of your side of gaming then too? Since we'll stick with do you have anything new you want to discuss when it comes to the patches or how things have been going? The glitter hasn't faded for either of you. Aw, Ellie, that is super nice. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that. Debo, you missed out on it. Keith was schooling me on some anime information, and it was.
I don't know about schooling.
He was. I had questions. You had the ansers, so that's like I went to school. You were teaching me things. You were teaching me things.
Fortunately, everyone in chat chimed in to help me out.
That's
to
true.
Give me the support that I needed.
I was when chat perked up. They're like.
Right. Anime. What?
Yeah. We had some JoJo talk, exactly. Which every time I see JoJo, though, I just think of Jojo Rabbit, which is the movie from Taika Waititi and had Scarlett Johansson and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that? That movie is excellent.
No. Debo knows. Debo knows too.
He probably does.
I've entered into this world where there's so many friends, so many people.
Whole new world, a world. I'd love the support key. There you go. Look at that. See, everyone's here. God, the Thursday night fix. When you go away for 2 weeks, it's trouble. Everyone feels a little sad, a little left out. But yeah, how have anything new with the patches as of late, or anything interesting?
There was. I think we had an update the last time.
Seems like we talked about it a couple weeks ago. You were saying that it had been like kind of.
Yeah, we the ranking system is of the double up that Pocket and I play. It's more in line now with the other stuff where you've got the different tiers.
They kind of okay.
Yeah,
cardboard.
Cardboard balsa.
Balsa.
It's got those other. So yeah, it's got the more in line with the other tiers, which is kind of cool actually. Although it used to, like, we just noticed this today because we lost one, and it used to, if you were say like at 10 points, and if you lost, even if you came in last, it would only drop you the 10, so that you were at like 0 of that level.
Oh, okay.
This time it dropped us into the next.
Oh,
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I know, it was quite cruel.
That's a lot of points to lose.
Yeah, well, if you, I mean, you know, it seems like for us, you can first, second, third, or fourth place. If you're fourth place, you'll usually lose about 30 or 40, and if you're in third place, you only lose about, I think it's like 17 or 18, something like that. But
jeez,
yeah, so
that's ridiculous. That seems very harsh. Like, unless you come in first or second, you literally lose.
Yeah, well, if you're not in the top half, and that's how the
Ouch.
other game is too. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4 and 5, it's almost like if you come in fourth, you usually used to like win 10. If you came in fifth, you just like lose 10. But then there's a bigger discrepancy. Like coming in first.
So if you come in third, you get some points.
Well, in the actual TFT game, in the double up, no, because you have 8 teams, you have 8 players, but they're into 4 teams.
So that's why it's 1 or 2, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that makes more sense. All right. I got you. HJ, how's it going? Good to see you.
Wow.
Uncorks a bottle of Woodford Reserve Double Oak Bourbon. Debo, you know the way to my heart.
Debo does know you.
Just having a small drink. Oh my God. Yeah. You know that is one of my favorites. I actually had some more of the Old Forester this week, the 1910 that we did the review on. I like that one quite a bit. Like I said, that one was pretty good. Like I said, definitely not quite as, maybe just like a notch below the Woodford Double Oaked, but I liked what they were doing. That one had definitely more of like an actual, like real wood characteristic, whereas the
was that the one that was nutty? Had the hazelnut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a little bit of that in there.
Like
I said, I did like that one. Had almost a little bit of hint of smoke in there too, like because of the aging in that one. But yeah, speaking of double oaked things.
Yes. That was a good segue.
I have to thank Chad for that. Like I said, they set me up for it perfectly. Debo again, once again. Debo pandering to the channel. I know. 100%. We'll take it. We'll take all that we can get. I've got so this is a Macallan 12-year Scotch. It is double. I thought it was just a regular 12-year, which is usually in sherry cask. This one's actually a double oak whiskey, double cask whiskey, I should say. So this one's in sherry oak and also American oak. So it gets 2 maturations, as they say, but it is still 12-year. This was given to me by somebody that was not a fan of it. They were like, thought it was okay. And like I said, they were like, you do those podcasts here. Why don't you have this and see what your palate thinks of this? I was like, okay, you want to give me a $60 bottle of whiskey?
And it was the person who's provided the coolness for this room,
provided some coolness in this room. Yeah, exactly. So we will have to see, like I said, if this one lives up to it. I have not had any of it. You will see that the bottle is down yay much. So this must be how much was spread around that then they made some sort of like quorum decision that they did not want to keep this bottle or whatever at his house. So we'll find out. Double oaked gummies. That's what it was. Yeah, we did the double oak gummies. No, we just did the, I think you came in at the end of that. We did have the from Drekker Brewing Company. And I thought it was okay. Like I thought it was good, but it was not like one that I would probably buy again. That one in particular. That one with the sour. Like I said, there was something at the end that was just kind of like I said, for me, like you said, herbaceous. I said it was almost like chalky or something was kind of muddling or kind of holding back some of the other like really good fruit tart flavors that were in there. So, but like I said, the one that we had last week, which I don't think you were here for that one, was fantastic. If you can find one of those,
the carrot cake.
Buy it. Yeah, it was literally carrot cake, sour a la mode. Oh my God, it was so good. It was probably one of my favorite things. The Kirkland brand, maybe pick one up when I'm there next time. Some dark spiced rum from Kirkland. Oh, interesting. Yeah, like I said, it was still good. Like I was glad to have had it, but it's just of a lot of the sours that I've had from there, like the Brains that we always have and some of the other ones. It was like, oh, this was good.
Yeah.
Like it was, I think I said something to the effect of Drekker, it's kind of sad for them because usually everything we have in there is like, oh my God, this is great. That when they have something that's just good, we're actually disappointed. That's just shows like how good all their stuff is.
Yep.
If you can find one of those carrot cake ones, please buy it. Like I said, it was delicious. Like they literally knocked that one out of the park. If you like carrot cake, like they literally knocked that one out of the park. That was absolutely fantastic. I can't even, there weren't enough words and happiness and joy on our faces for that one.
It was good.
I did look at, like I said, I looked at Tap and Bottle. They didn't have any more. So I perused them on their website. Couldn't find any. May have to try. I mean, maybe I'll look at, like I said, probably going to try and get down to the hop shop on Sunday. So may have to try and maybe I'll look at their beer selection there while I'm also signing things. They literally juiced a carrot cake. It looks like they did it.
Yeah.
Looks like they did. Yes, you did. Debo, did you actually get one? Did you actually find one? Saw a YouTube podcast from some time ago. You both had fluffier hairstyles, a beer with dandelion and something else. Oh, dandelion burdock?
Yeah.
Do you recall how long ago it was? It was really good. Think of what that one was.
It probably would tell her on the site there.
It would probably, yeah, it should tell you there. You found a whole heckin' one? Damn, Debo, nice. So did you like it? I hope you liked it. Like I said, we talked about it enough. I always feel bad, especially when it's a beer that's like probably $6.50. You're like, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed it thoroughly. Hopefully we'll hit Hop Shop Saturday night and we'll look there. Yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna, like I said, Sunday they've got things we got to get done.
Wow.
Give it a 5 of 5, Debo. All right.
I mean, Debo gives everybody pizzas and fries and dessert. That's a good recommendation.
Between the Angel's Envy rye that we had that he bought a bottle of that he loved, and this one, we're 2 for 2. We're knocking things out of the park. Need something to pair with it better though. Yeah, like so that. I mean, you could almost pour that over ice cream. I wonder what that would have been. Been like a little bit of that over some vanilla ice cream. Sorry, I didn't get that. Yeah, I don't know what that one. I mean, that was definitely 6-8 years ago. More. That was probably old studio, previous room.
Oh,
studio.
probably. Oh, yeah.
That was previous studio.
Yeah.
Yep. White cloth sheets, like that whole bit.
Visible iPad. I was just watching one the other day too. I think I told you that one. What did I? Oh, what?
Afternoon, everybody.
Hey.
Oh, all right. 22 months.
What's the story, Noam? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Berserker.
Time does fly.
22 months. Time flies when you're with the boys. Berserker, that is very, very true. Thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate it. You are just in time. We're about to go get the Macallan, which I misspoke the other day. It is a 12-year, but it's actually their double cask. So it's not even just their regular 12-year. It's a double cask. So we'll see. Put this one to the paces and see what it's like. Old Mike's, yay. Was it the old Mike? Oh, well, it's definitely old Mike stands. Definitely old Mike stands for sure. I have a 6th whiskey sense. My whiskey sense was tingling.
It was the Black House Stout from 2014 that I was watching.
Oh yeah,
I just typed in. I
I
watched our Drekker one. Then I was like, I just typed in Modern Times, and I thought, oh, I'll watch this one. Yeah, and that was the one where
because I got that when I was in California, right? I found all those.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't available in Arizona.
I think I bought a 4-pack or 6-pack of each one of those.
I think because I'd said I'd had it on draft and something, and then somehow I said I was like, oh, so there'll be a picture of it right here, and you're like, yeah, it'll be right here, and then I said something about Eric, and you're like, well, I said, because sometimes there's a picture of Eric Gasson right there. And you're like, yeah. And you put a picture of Eric Gasson, and then you're like, but not Eric Green. And you put a picture of Eric Green up. And then you're talking about the Erics we know. And it was, anyway, it was fun.
That actually is pretty enjoyable.
It was.
That was funny back then.
It was very enjoyable.
I was a funnier man. Yeah. Introvert, 3 cheers to you. How's it going? Good to see you. So 2 things, like I said, I think I sent these to you, but like I said, well, so you don't have to look surprised if you already know so you saw Modern Times got bought.
Correct.
They got sold.
Yes, by somebody in California.
Yeah, so it was actually by somebody in California, which was nice. So another local brewery actually got them. Right. And then you saw about Stone.
Stone also, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that shocking?
And the 2 guys are leaving. I read.
Yeah, Greg Cook is like pretty much like he's staying there for like a little bit, and then he's getting out, and I think the other guy too. So just got back from the gym. Oh, you got your pump on? Yeah, like I said, it was shocking to read that. I was also more shocked that Sour Patch Beer, how was that? So we love the stuff from Drekker Brewing. Obviously, we've talked about it. I've told you that you need to get some stuff from Drekker that I think you would like. This one was good. Like I said, they do a bunch of different ones in this series or whatever it is. Hey, Keith. Hey, Andrew Berserker. Hi, Bread Dough. How's it going? They do a bunch in that series, and I have had other ones that are better. This one was good. Like, it's kind of bright and lively on the front, but then we both did not like the finish was just kind of like...
Finish was weird.
The finish was weird and not like necessarily in a good way. It felt like, maybe there's just a little too much adjuncts or something in there, or gimmicks or whatever. It
just wasn't cohesive with the first part. So
Sour Patch Adults, not Sour Patch Kids. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, the thing I was most surprised about with Stone, which I thought about later on, well, not only, I don't think I posted the one article, which I thought was pretty good, kind of going through things and talking about how he was always like, we're not selling out. You're an idiot for selling out, like all that kind of stuff. That Warheads one you talked about, Berserker, did sound interesting. I bookmarked that. Yeah, there's a brewery I think they were in Ohio that actually did that kind of stuff. But yeah, they used Warheads candies for I think it was that for a Gosa? Was that for a sour beer like that, Berserker? What was that exactly? But yeah, there was 2 articles. One article was kind of focused more on like Greg Cook always talking about never selling out and all the videos he'd made and all the stuff. And then it was like, pandemic happened and all these other expenditures. And he, probably like was the only way he could get out with, I think they had some more debt that was about to come due and all that kind of stuff. But then this other article was interesting because it was talking about, because Sapporo actually bought them.
Oh, right.
And bought them only for like 150 million. Like I was kind of surprised, like how low, like when you think about how Ballast Point was sold for $1 billion.
Ooh.
Remember that one? Like that was, like
okay.
Ballast Point and all their stuff was sold for like insane. I mean, obviously that was years ago when things were really booming, but yeah, they were sold for like $1 billion. Like it was huge numbers and they were sold for like 150 million. I was like, how is there not a local brewery in the United States that wouldn't pick up Stone Brewing, and breweries on each coast? I guess the distribution stuff wasn't sold, so that might actually be sold separate. So their Stone distribution is like different than Stone, because it always was separate than Stone Brewing, because it's like there's old alcohol laws, like 1920s, like prohibition laws, where you can't like distribute your own like beer and stuff. So you had to have a separate company for all that kind of stuff. How is Stone worth that much less? I know, that's kind of what's interesting. Been to the distillery here. It's very nice. Have you ever tried Harris Gin? I don't think so. Do you know a Harris Gin?
I do not.
I never liked Ballast Point. Yeah, no, I never was a huge fan. There was some Ballast Point beers here and there. One of my favorite pumpkin beers from them was their Pumpkin Down, which was a Scotch ale pumpkin beer. That was probably one of my favorites.
I like the Sea Monster. And back in the day when the Sculpin was harder to get, I liked the Sculpin before it went into grapefruit, and then they did all
and
that.
Watermelon, grapefruit.
I still remember when
and
they
habanero
just
Sculpin.
did the Sculpin.
They were one
that
of the
was
ones,
just in the bomber was really good.
They were the ones that like really exploited the like, we have this one thing and we're gonna put 10 different like weird things into it. Yeah, and in a kind of a funny way. But why was like, I get like probably just because just the way of the world right now. But Stone, with all of their different, the breweries on each coast, which is what I guess Sapporo mainly bought them for, because I saw Sapporo is actually going to start brewing their beer at Stone Brewing. There's going to be Sapporo.
Oh, wow.
That's what this article was, and that was what started to make me feel like really dirty. I was like, oh, like, it's kind of like, because they're going to use that to expand, because their distribution, I think, was mainly from, they had a brewery like in Canada that they would use to distribute to America, so now they wanted both of those to have Sapporo distribution on both coasts so they can brew there and be able to. Anyway, like I said, it was a really good article. Maybe I'll post that one again too. But I sent it to HJ, and it was interesting, the breakdown of all that stuff. And I was just like surprised that like even when Dogfish was bought, I think that was still 350 million, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was still a good chunk. Like, and I think they even mentioned that in that article. And it was like, just thinking about that I'm sure. Maybe I don't know how that's going. Like I haven't seen a lot of Dogfish stuff. Like I don't see like Dogfish stuff.
I've seen some things from them, but not a lot anymore. We did that. I brought a 90-minute over. I think we tried with the last few
like
months,
new. Like you don't see like you don't go into the store and go like, oh, where's all the new dog? Like I don't know if people just don't. Maybe they just don't.
There was something on Drafted Hermanos
a
a couple weeks ago, but I didn't get it. I looked at it and then I was like, nah. So.
The article was interesting about the beer your wife loves being introduced to mail the brand softer to attract a buyer. Yeah, that was actually one of the things, how the Stone IPA was like always their number one seller. And then they had someone come in basically over the last like year and a half, because they've been trying to get this sale done for quite a while now to actually make this happen. And one of the things they did to make it more attractive was that beer that actually he jokingly says it, like said that my wife didn't like, but she loves all the artwork for it. It's the Dia de los Muertos stuff. It's
the Buena Vesa.
The Buena Vesa. Like I said, they literally made that thinking like this will be, and that one actually rose like and was like outselling a bunch of their other stuff. This kind of like very average, so they kind of just the way of that world going, and that was what was helping to try and boost some of their numbers so that they could get the sale to happen. But yeah, I was just shocked that there's no one here. You think about people that have bought a lot of other breweries or some of the other bigger breweries that are just still within the US, although it's becoming few and far between. Like, I just can't believe that someone else locally wouldn't have wanted to pick that up, but who knows? Like, because I think that name still has some recognition. I mean, I don't buy as much Stone beer anymore too. Like, I think Greg Cook had like this long thing, where he did his little word barf of like, I swear I'm not going back. I'm on whatever. It's like, just say that you are, and just like, I don't know why at that point you just go like, the world's changed. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, like, why don't you like, like, why wouldn't you just say it? Like, I don't know. That's anyway, but yeah, like even in his thing, I think he said something to the effect of like, 26 years ago, I couldn't have thought about like, when we wanted people to drink local and do this and then the other, that there'd be 10,000 craft breweries now. And it's like now drinking local literally is, walking 5 miles from your house. And, so it's not people looking for that anymore because they want to actually get something local. So it's more about these smaller little microbreweries and stuff. So a lot of interesting articles and stuff around that. Recommend if you guys care about the beverage industry or like I said, specifically what's going on with that. I think there's some interesting things from, the person that, like I said, obviously from Stone's point of view, from, like I said, a couple other articles that I read. Interesting stuff. But back to the beverage that will be in our hand. Yeah, let's go grab the Macallan and let's get another podcast done. Be right back. A lot of good conversation is still going on. And Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub to Bud Wise Her. Always finding some of the best unique names on Twitch. The gifted sub to. Thank you, Guardian Down. Appreciated. Thank you for the gifted sub. Man, end of the month. It's the end of the month. Get your subs in.
I have not been to Scotland.
You have not been? I have not been to Scotland either. Yeah, there was a lot of conversation there. So Scotland, apparently it's really good. That was that Harris Gin that you were talking about. Cut the music. It's really good, but I prefer the soft water there, which is literally soft. It's a huge distillery by the port, and they do tasting sessions every now and then. That sounds really interesting. Yeah, I have never been to Scotland. I would love to. That is definitely on a bucket list of things to do. I would love to go to Scotland. I'd love to go to Germany. I'd love to go to most of the UK. Like that kind of area, and like I said, love to go to Germany. France, I can take or leave. Italy, I think I'd like to go to Italy. I think Italy might be neat. I think that's it. Maybe Scandinavian areas.
Germany,
yeah, Germany
Portugal.
for sure.
Let's go to Portugal.
Portugal would be pretty cool. Yeah, Spain.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go most of Europe, just not France.
I've never been to Spain, but I kind of like the music.
Yeah.
That's Three Dog Night.
I was going to say. I was like, are you going back to some of your anime talk from earlier?
No. I'm going back to my Three Dog Night talk.
All right. Debo vanishes in the void. Debo, it's good to see you as always. And we got to go. Also, Keith, I suspect you were behind the actual account when it sends chats, but I was wrong anyway. Goodbye. Brendo always has interesting theories about what goes on in chat. And it came up yesterday, I think, as I was streaming. All of a sudden, he was like, oh, who? I can't remember how he put it, but he was thinking because when he would type something, there's, at best, I think when we've tested it, there's like a 5 to 6 second delay, and that's like pretty good for Twitch.
Yeah, we tested it with
on
Pocket.
PC, like so we've done that with Pocket and some other people in chat. And at best, it's like a 5. And he was convinced that because of that delay, it was because someone else was running some account. So that's why it took time for me to see the I don't know. I don't know what he was concocting, okay. But I was like, nope. I'm like, it's me. Like, I'm the only person here. Like, it's just us. Like when we're doing, he's like, well, there's a delay though. And it's like, it's called the internet. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. Oh, he's still here. Go to Chamonix. I can't even pronounce that. Can you pronounce that?
I don't think I should try.
Chamonix in France. It's right on the border by the tallest mountains in Europe, and it rains. Go through the tunnel and you'll be in Italy, where it's nice because clouds can't go 3,000 feet up. Is that true? Is that a fact? I feel clouds are higher than 3,000 feet. Just on that mountain? Maybe they're held back because of that mountain. That does sound pretty. That does sound nice. I'm sure there are a lot of nice places in France. And just like if you had to, like, if I had certain places to pick.
Yeah. Chamonix. Okay.
And that's where they make all the chamois.
The chamois are from Chamonix.
That's right. That's where they make it. That guy, you don't see him anymore, do you? The chamois guy. I think he got beaten up by like a prostitute or something. I'm not actually joking about that. That's actually true. I think that is actually true. The chamois guy got in some trouble. Got in some rough up. Chamois. Very true.
Chamouch.
Chamo wheat. All right. There's Bud. I mean, can a cloud go through solid ground? No, that's true. Mama Sharona. You'd go deep South Spain first, right? Yeah, go to deep South Spain.
Thank you for the lurk.
Carruthers.
Thank you for joining us, of course.
Yes, Breddo, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. I do actually have to go, but I'll lurk so you get the viewer count. Always appreciate it. Yeah, go to deep South Spain. That's where that particular dialect works. All right, so we have got a Macallan that we're going to be trying for our podcast. This is the Island Single Malt Scotch. Single Malt Double Cask. I might as well just take it. We don't need to like unveil it out of the box.
already been unveiled.
It kind of already see. So I have not had any.
Yeah.
So that was the amount of tasting that, that a friend of the show did.
About a third.
Yeah, I would say that is accurate.
Okay.
That is accurate. Actually, I guess
But a third of a bottle of it's now I know
Two-thirds.
it's overly priced at Trader Joe's. We sell it for $70.
I saw it 60 at Total
Okay.
Wine, so
All right.
$10.
So-
You're,
So someone gave you
It's
$40
almost-
worth of scotch.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I've been happy with $20 worth of scotch. I'm not going to turn it down. I'd be happy if they did what you talked about, how we get some of our beverages, where you just ask people
Just give 'em a
online and they
little
give a little sample.
I try some of that.
Which is what I said when he talked about it at first. He's like, we were. He's like, maybe you'd like. He's like, oh, you could do it on your show. Or I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, yeah, if you want to give me. He's like, no, you can have the rest of the bottle.
He's
Like,
expecting it back though.
he said I can have the rest of the
He gave
bottle.
you a return envelope or a return label.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny actually. My Sharona. But yeah, all right. So we're gonna do a podcast. I will remove. It's like actually not that much that gets removed these days. I'll just take those down for a minute. There we go.
Okay.
This is where Keith and I stare each other down and see who goes first. The chicken. Like,
What is sweeter than scotch that is purchased? Scotch that is gifted.
That's true. That is very true. As there is nothing I like more than a good scotch, but a good scotch that I didn't have to pay for, even better.
Even better.
That's very true.
How many years does your scotch need to be aged now?
What is the youngest scotch that you would
that
put in
you
your
will-
mouth? Oh no, I don't like where that's going.
God.
Oh, it's God.
Oh, boy.
Tennessee's
Oh.
creating laws about that.
Oh no.
Oh
no. When was the last time we had a scotch?
It has actually been like a little bit, I would say, because we have been doing other things that are involved. Actually, you know what? We should just. That's right. Lucky, thank you for the raid.
Lucky raid.
Appreciate it. I don't think I can get. Where would it have been? I don't know if will it show up still? It didn't. Lucky, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
Lucky
Dun,
raid.
how's it going? Good to see you. If you guys are not following Lucky, you should definitely do so. I had a button, but I can just do it this way too. Then I don't have to go all the way over the other one. There we go. Lucky playing Destiny 2. Shocked. Lucky's playing Destiny 2.
Oh my goodness.
The heart. Can't even believe it. Dun, it is good to see you. It was nice popping into your stream the other day as well. But yeah, if you guys are not following Lucky, right click on the link and we were just about to record.
Lucky is an instigator.
Just started. He is an instigator. We love him for it. Waited until you're recording. Oh my God. I'm going to have to watch the end of your video. You're probably like, let's wait for him to get. All right, they're going,
There
guys.
he
Let's go
goes.
over there. Let's
They're
go
struggling to have an intro. They
struggling.
finally got one.
Yeah. Lucky,
Raid.
thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Again, if you guys aren't following Lucky, right click on the link I put in chat, open up a tab, hit the follow button. You'll be glad that you did. You'll see a lot of Destiny and you'll hear a lot of laughter and sometimes you'll hear me too.
It's even a bonus if you're a Chiefs fan.
It is actually a bonus. Yeah, exactly.
So, anyway.
Yeah. You can see when they're going to win their next Super Bowl. When do you think the Chiefs will win another Super Bowl? Probably going to be a while, right?
I would think so. Yeah, probably a little bit.
My right or your right? They're all correct. They're all correct. Do we want to go back to what you were saying before?
All I said was, when was the last time we had a scotch for a podcast?
I can't honestly remember. We've done a lot of whiskeys lately, some bourbons,
Yep.
some new things of that nature. But yeah, like I said, it has been a while since we've had a scotch, and particularly the one, or at least the brand that we're having today. I know I have had some of them in their lines, their portfolio, but I don't think I've had this one. And if I have, I've never actually owned a bottle for sure.
Yep.
What we're dancing around here is we've got a 12-year scotch for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Macallan Highland Single Malt 12-year Double Cask.
Double cask,
Scotch.
2 casks. When one cask won't do,
Then a second is needed.
then the second is obviously
Call
needed.
for number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know if you want to call for a number 2.
Well,
That's
when one cask is yeah.
Is that what Pete is? I don't think it is.
No.
But yeah, so we've got double cask here. So we've got the usual sherry, and we also have American oak. 12-year aged single malt. You can see some of this is missing from here. This bottle was actually given to me by a friend of the show. And they said something to the effect of, we had it, we thought it was a pretty good Scotch. We bought it. And several of us, we just didn't like it that much, but we'll see if, maybe our palates were inexperienced enough or just didn't know what we enjoyed. Yeah. They seemed to be, when I was speaking with them, they were like, yeah, I'm a little more of a whiskey drinker, a little more of a bourbon drinker. So sometimes the peat can kind of not be for everybody. So
no, that's true. And there are kind of two general categories that Scotch falls into. You have that smoky peaty side, and then you also have the more on the sweet honeyier side. So there's always that Scotch taste, though. You always have that little bit of that. Just that essence from the water and from that area.
There is, yeah. Even if you don't go for like these smoked
flavor profile,
even if you don't go for the peat smoked, which can definitely be a lot stronger, your Lafroigs, your Lagavulins, that type of thing.
Right.
Even if you go for the ones that are unpeated, which I also like I'm pronouncing it probably highly incorrectly, so apologies. Like the Glencairn or something like that. That one is also really good. But that was what really made me realize what some of that flavor was in Scotch that I just always immediately associated with peat, and it was like, oh no, this is actually this other flavor in there. So not too much to write home about with the color, like I said, just kind of that honey color. I would go with.
Not on the darker side for sure, but yeah, just what we would expect.
The aroma,
yeah.
Bottle Pop Sam, thank you for coming in from TikTok. I appreciate that. That is the second person this week that has said that. That is super nice.
Strange how the world works.
Strange how the world works. Everyone comes in, finds different things. If you were looking for anything and everything, this is our Thursday night show. Little podcasting, little beverage talk, all that kind of stuff. Gaming stuff happens kind of during the week. Yep. So yeah, that's a little bit of variety. But thank you for popping in. That is super nice.
Who does number two work for?
Exactly, Berserker. That's kind of what I was thinking as soon
Grab
as
a
you
hold
said
of something,
that.
give them hell.
Yeah. Bears or Chiefs get the next one? Probably
next what?
Next Super Bowl.
Oh. Which one gets it Super Bowl first? I'd probably put my money on the Chiefs getting one before the Bears.
That's the smart money for sure.
Yes. DraftKings has the odds. No. Can't bet on that.
I wish you could bet. That'd be interesting. You're digging it? That's awesome. Yeah, there's some of these videos, like I said, if you scroll down through TikTok, you'll definitely find some little clips here and there of the two of us either reviewing some things or just having some fun. But yeah, this is our Thursday evening podcast that we do. We record some shows. A lot of this stuff goes up on YouTube as well. And then, like I said, during the week, a lot of Destiny things, obviously. It's a big focus. Can you bet on something like that? Like this or this team kind of thing?
I don't know if you could.
Smart money, that's no fun. I mean, like I would like if Lucky wanted to put some money on that, I would put like that'd be could be a long-term bet or it could be over very quickly.
Yeah.
I would do that. That would be fun. Like put like $20 or something, like friendly wager or something like that, or 5 subs on each of our channels or something like that.
But Lucky already does that.
I know, I was gonna say that's not a good probably should actually give Lucky some cash. So but yeah, that would be kind of fun to do some sort of bet like that between our channels. But like I said, again, yeah, you'd probably get to cash in on that pretty quick. I watched a video. I was going to send it to you and I forgot, but I did save it on TikTok. There's a bourbon person that that's good. There's a bourbon person I follow on there, and they were talking about, because they worked for Buffalo Trace for like 6 or 8 years, something like that, in their tasting room. Now he works for someone else, but he was going through like some of the ways of tasting, like why they do what they do. And he was actually saying specifically that like doing this is not a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one that was kind of interesting, was that he said to actually, this is, I'm not saying I did this today, but instead of actually going in here and taking a sniff, put your nose in here, but then breathe through your mouth. And then you'll actually get the flavors of what it's going to taste like, as opposed to, because then you don't get as much of the ethanol alcohol. You kind of, because you can really do that.
Wait.
Like just now breathe through your mouth, not your nose.
Wait.
Like you go here and then breathe through your mouth. And like you get the flavor, like the whiskey,
you get some.
Yeah. And he was saying that then like you can smell things that are higher proof, and you don't have to fight through the, like said, fight
so
through
you don't
that.
sniff with your nose.
You get your nose in there so that it's part of the passageway, and in breathing in there, you kind of filter through that a little bit. Okay. So then he talked about like the first sip, he calls the throwaway sip. You take a sip, that kind of gets your palate like together. Okay. I honestly just wanted to hear you say it. I'll be clipping that VOD later. You wanted to hear me say the Chiefs are more likely to win a Super Bowl than the Bears? Son of a bitch. But then I also said I'd put money on it though. So you have to keep that clip in there too. But yeah, they said to kind of do that. Okay. That kind of broke that down. The first sip was the throwaway sip. You just kind of take that one in just to have it. And then it's really the second sip where you actually start analyzing. He said after that, that's when you would add like a little bit of water if you wanted to break that down again to kind of thin out some more of those flavors, get a little bit more of, some more essence out of that. And then he said almost repeat the process after doing. So you kind of go through and do it twice. So anyway, all right. I'll send you the video anyway. Like I said, even if you're not on, you have a TikTok account?
I did, so I could follow.
Did you follow?
So I could follow Beverages.
Oh my gosh. Are you one of the over 1,100 now that follow us on TikTok?
It's over 1,100?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I am. This is a mighty wave.
Someday I'll make it to, whenever you make it to the Southwest, I'll make sure Keith is there with me, so then you get to see Keith too then.
Of course.
The both of us will take you out for a beer. Beers. Multiple beers. It'll be like, we'll hire an Uber and we'll just drive around town for a little bit. It's amazing how, like, if you take a deal, you get a lot.
I don't get as much, but
really, I get a lot.
I think when I'm partially breathing with my nose, I do. I try to totally shut my nose off then.
Well, it's not shutting your nose. It's kind of like, for me, it's like and in doing that, the air kind of comes in, it kind of transfers around there.
Yeah, I get a little something. Something.
And then this was also for aeration, basically, just like wine, same thing. So yeah, it was interesting. I like this guy. There's also some guy I watch on TikTok too that does like he's like almost like etiquette master. Like I don't know if you're like he's kind because he'll do like it's like if you're going to try some wine at a restaurant, you ask them and they do and he talks like that the whole time and he's like they'll hand you, he's like they'll pour you some, take a sip. You're looking for things. You're not looking. Do I like it or not? That doesn't matter. You already bought it.
Oh
you're
yeah.
You're looking to find if it's like he's like if you find imperfection. He's like if you find was there some like you're looking to see is there sediment in there? Is there this? He's like if there is. That's when you can politely send it back and say like, or you call over like the sommelier specifically and say like, and he's like, and if you think something is off in the taste that can't be seen, he's like, it's not rude. Although in this kind of thing, who knows? It might be rude to like, but they say to come, like you can actually come over and say like, and you tell them to taste it. I don't know if they would taste it in this state. I guess you'd pour yourself some new one. Wouldn't take it out of the same glass.
Right. Yeah. Give me that.
Corey just grabs the bottle himself. SEC country. It's not SEC. Wait.
Southeast.
Oh, come to the Southeast. Like, oh, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we're not in the SEC. Lucky you know where I'm at. All right. You ready? Sorry. I've done many little tangents there, but that was very nice. Thank you for coming in from TikTok, though, and talking about it. Appreciate it. That's a nice aroma. I like that. It's kind of honey. I get a little apple. There's some sort of fruit in there, maybe.
Not super peaty, I don't think.
I don't think so either. Get a little sherry. There's a little red, sherry kind of fruitiness in there too. Little apple. Yeah, maybe a little nutty too at the back end. A little honey.
Almost like caramel apple or something like that. Because you got that little bit of apple, but with the like a caramelized nuts that are going on there. A little caramel.
Yeah, I like the aroma of this quite a bit. This seems like kind of a nice blend between, not quite like one of our favorites that we always used to like here on the channel. They don't make this one anymore, but it was the 16-year Scapa. That one we always used to talk about that we thought was like the amazing kind of blend between going from bourbon, if you were a huge bourbon fan, to Scotch. Because it seemed like it was always right in between, had a little bit more sweetness to it. Like I said, balanced out some of the peat smoked, and especially, like I said, to our brother who was not always a huge Scotch fan, that was the one he always liked the most, and it was kind of because of that balance. But unfortunately, they don't make that expression anymore.
No, they don't.
Maybe they'll listen to this podcast and find out.
They'll bring it back.
All right. To the taste?
Of course.
Did you know there's a water sommelier? I actually have seen that, and I think there's another person on TikTok that is also a water sommelier. I think I've seen that where they talk about
it's hilarious.
The different types of minerals.
But I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Expensive restaurants, there's everything.
Not with well, come on, our number one video.
Our number one video on YouTube.
So people are passionate about their water.
A video that we thought was going to be a complete throwaway. That's why you never know when you're going to hit it big. And by big, like just okay.
Yeah.
Still haven't hit the amount of subscribers we need. But that one still to this day, I think I looked the other day, it still got views the other day. I think it's like almost 25,000 views on YouTube, which for us is huge. It was like what, 3 sparkling waters, 5 sparkling
3 sparkling waters.
3 sparkling
Trader
waters.
Joe's, Gerolsteiner, and
Pellegrino. Is the most
Pellegrino.
commented I think we've had on YouTube. It is the most watched on YouTube. People were, we have talked about that we need to do like those again. Like we should revisit those 3 again or something. The exact same 3. and see if we can just get people to watch a new camera version of it. Because it's literally like our old setup, the old studio, which is another room, was a previous room in our house. Old camera, like everything. It's like one of our we're gonna bring most average looking videos.
V2 version 2.
Yeah. Like we could title it almost exactly the same, except change stuff at the end so that like the algorithm kind of picks up the right thing. Fancy Stillwater review. Stillwater Runs Deep. That's one of my favorite albums by I made 651 subs. Done. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Look at that, number 651 right there. Right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys have not hit it, I'll go back one here. Since Dun's being super nice. Boom. If you want to follow us there, you can find a whole lot of beverage stuff. Beverage reviews, podcasts, some shorts are going. I'm trying to put the shorts up now. The cross-pollination that I do. You do not know all the things that I do. The cross-pollination that happens between the videos that we do, the things that are up on YouTube, now putting some stuff up on Pinterest, which Pinterest, man, I don't know. I don't even know what to put on Pinterest. I'm not like a mom in her 40s, I guess, or something like that. I don't have crafty things. So I don't know if they want like beverage review things. Do they want gaming? Like, I don't think they want it. We've had like a few, like I started just like a couple weeks ago. So it's a very small sample size, but I think we've had like 10 views. It's like, I don't know what to put here.
Maybe the picture of that sour beer I have.
Maybe like stuff like that. You could. Maybe I should have you run the Pinterest account. You could start putting in things like that.
Because I'm a woman in her 40s or whatever you just
mom
said.
in her 40s.
I'm a mom in her 40s.
A crafty mom in her 40s. Yeah, like I just don't know what to put up there. If someone has some ideas of knowing that what we do, like how we should infiltrate Pinterest, like I said, let me know. But yeah, like I said, everything, like if you don't like, it's always one of those things, like I even say, I'm like, if you don't like TikTok, a lot of those shorts are going up on YouTube, like, because it's nice too that they separate out. Like if you just look at our videos, you don't see all the shorts, and then you actually have to go over to videos to actually see all those smaller ones. So it kind of doesn't, proliferate like our archive podcasts and other things that we do. So it's not quite as, that was the thing I was most worried about. I didn't want stuff to be carrying over, but that's been getting some nice views too. His name is Martin Reese. He was on a podcast and brought a bunch of different waters, put a drink recipe with a 2-page long-winded story. Wow. I mean, water, it does make a big difference. Yeah, I don't know, but what are these water recipes? Water makes a huge difference. We always do talk about that with coffee. Like I said, that's
coffee, beer, anything. It's what, 98% of what your beverage is. So.
Yeah, exactly. Recipes for Pinterest. Yeah. Recipes. Maybe if we had more recipe things with a photo, like I could put up our thing for the Burly Gentleman, the one drink we've actually made.
Put up all of Debo's delicious stuff that goes into the thing.
That's true. You're not on for us. Wow, shocking. No. I know. Well, some of you guys are just listening and you're not actually watching, so it might have been a shock. You never know. No, I'm telling you to put a drink recipe with a long-winded story on Pinterest. Okay. Oh, I mean, that is the thing. Like, I know, like, even Leopard has talked about, because his wife does Instagram and she puts up food stuff. And, like, the only thing, because you can't copyright a recipe, you can only copyright, like, that's why people write a wall of text before the recipe hits and you have to scroll by it. It's because the thing that you can do for copyright, the only thing you can is actually that wall of, like, the text that is the transformative part of the work or the changing part. Because the recipe is kind of like, well, everyone knows how to make a biscuit or everyone knows how to make a cookie. Like, so you can't, like, copyright 2 pounds of chocolate chips and this, that, and the other. Anyway, that's why they do it. It's all because of copyright law thing. That'll put asses in the seat. The Burly Gentleman. I actually made one of those the other day. I made a Burly Gentleman. I also made several. I am out of my sweet vermouth. I used it all up. I actually made Manhattan's like 3 days.
I'll get the other one then. So we'll try it.
Which one are you going to get?
The Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now we have
the one you should have bought.
Now we have need for it. So I'll bring it over.
All right. You ready to taste?
I am ready.
Okay.
But I want to hear what you say first.
I'm surprised for the proof that it has a little bit more, like, is it not over the top, but I'm surprised for the proof being
it's 86, I think.
86.
Yeah.
That there's a little bit of spice that kind of comes back forward. Yeah. I really actually like the finish quite a bit because you kind of get the initial honey. I get a little less of the apple than I thought I would. Yeah. A little more of the sherry, kind of like that kind of, red fruit kind of comes through from the sherry. And then there's like about a half second pause. And then all of a sudden I get this little kind of like retro nasal, like forward thing of like the little bit of smoke and the peat kind of coming through. And it's really nice. Like it's really kind of washing over it. My mouth is watering a little too.
It's very reserved for a Scotch.
Yeah.
It's you'd know it's a Scotch, but it's one of the least assuming Scotches I've ever had because it doesn't, because it
for me, it doesn't really present itself as a Scotch until that part I talked about, like
at the end,
because you get like you kind of take a sip, you're like, oh, that's good, and then like there's this little kind of back, but that really emphasizes that. There's still obviously some things that like make its Scotch presence known, but like I said, that the very end there's this kind of a little kind of back forward.
Yeah, because there's the good
that comes back through.
All those other things there. It's your good fortune that they did not enjoy that.
I'm pretty happy with that. That's actually pretty good. I know I've had some of the higher end Macallans at some point, like either just like at a restaurant, like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get a pour of that kind of thing. But I've never obviously analyzed it like this or even had a bottle. Yeah, this is definitely a bottle I would have around again for sure. And I know they're probably it seems like one of the more mass market ones. I know like sometimes you can find like on the down low around the holidays, like Kirkland, if they ever have like it's like one of their higher, like if they have like the 18-year like Kirkland one, that actually is Macallan. Right. That's always been kind of like the like secret thing. So if you see those, it's like their runoff or whatever. But yeah, like I said, that's actually quite tasty.
It's quite tasty.
I like that quite a bit. And hopefully you also like quite a bit our website, AboutBeverages.com, because that's where you can find everything we've ever done. Everything, whether it's a podcast, video, recipes, all you Pinterest users out there, recipes, like I said, articles, everything we've ever done is there at our website. If you only want the latest videos, YouTube is the best place to subscribe. We'd appreciate that. You can find archives of this podcast that we do every Thursday night, the entire show, and all of our smaller podcasts and some other little shorts and things are up there as well. If you only want audio, we've got you covered there too.
We do.
Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify. If you have a favorite podcasting app, just search for About Beverages. You will probably find us there. And while you're searching for that, you could just search all the other social media things too, if you want to follow us there.
That's true. Well, the three main ones that we use.
The three big ones, right?
The three big ones. The three pillars, as we say, are Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date with what's going on at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific time. That's when we get together. We record some podcasts. We try beverages. We have some fun discussion, talk about all kinds of things, whatever happens to come up in chat or come into our brains or whatever happened in the past week. And also, Andrew let you know what he is going to be doing throughout the week because he is doing that 5 days a week. Right?
It is 5 days
a week. As far as gaming goes, as far as what he will be drinking while he is doing those gaming things and stuff. So follow us on Twitter for all the latest at About Beverages.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Shorts, that's great. It's summer after all. I almost laughed at that. Damn you, Chicken Lord. You almost got me on that. When I looked up, saw that. That was actually pretty funny. Put the Barrel Buddy on there. I know, Introvert. I actually want to keep looking into that. Like I said, we have a whole idea thing about that. Like I said, that we wanted to have the Barrel Buddy, the beverage buddy, the stuffed animal, and then inside it was the flask,
the Daddy's
sippy cup. It's so good. Like I said, I think that is a very good idea that we need to come up with. But like I said, we'll actually be coming up with some new merch hopefully in the next month or two. We need to get together.
We need some new shirts. So
we need some new shirts. Like maybe even take off some of the other ones that are kind of like maybe not hitting the right notes. There's a couple shirts we already like 3/4 of the way done. And now actually with the manufacturer that we use, we can actually put stuff on the back. So we actually have some ideas that'll work very well with that. So we can actually kind of finish those things. Market it for water so you can justify a busier flask. Introverts always come up with the ideas. I love it. Always good ideas. But yeah, that was super fun. What are you thinking about for next week's podcast? I'm assuming, are we podcasting next week? Do we get to do 2 in a row?
I think so.
Okay, you're thinking about it?
Yes.
You're not sure?
It'll be pre-birthday. Actual birthday.
Oh, that's true.
But yes, we can celebrate.
I just want to
I don't know. What should we celebrate? We have.
Oh, should we look? You know what we could do? Let's see if there's actually.
Oh, I think there was something for the 7th.
Okay, let's look. I gotta find this link. We have a link of like, I'll take 10%. Is that your fee? We found a link to like it was. Here it is. Drink holiday calendar. So we've kind of try and forget to look at this. We probably missed something today, but it is what it is. Okay.
I don't think so. I think we already. Yeah, the 7th, National Dive Bar Day.
Oh yeah. Is that actually next week? Is that the 7th?
Yeah.
Okay. National Pina Colada Day is the 10th. I don't think we're kind of not missing anything there.
Mojito Day.
Mojito Day, Michelada Day, Michelada. National Grand Marnier Day, National Daiquiri Day, National Tequila. We should hit the Tequila Day for sure. I should look for something for that. Ooh, the Wine and Cheese Day. Could we do tequila, wine, and cheese together?
People usually don't, but we might be able to figure that out.
The 27th is National Scotch Day.
We're ahead of our time.
We're ahead of, yeah. Unfortunately, it's only
4
by
weeks
about
ahead
20
of our
minutes.
time.
Yeah, like 4 weeks though. So it doesn't seem like there's too much there to grab, unfortunately.
Well, like I said, there was that article. I don't know if I saved that though, where they asked bartenders about their favorite drink that they order when they go into a dive bar in a West End town.
In a West End town, a dive bar.
Call the police. There's a madman around. No, I don't have any. Well, I mean, we could use the birthday theme. What is something you would want to have on your birthday or celebration? We could go, I don't know, Campari, I think. I'm thinking Campari. Oh, wait, no.
God, no.
No.
You go to hell, sir.
So I don't have anything in the.
Oh my God.
I usually resort to like maybe a Trader Joe wine or something like that.
Resort to.
Well, because there are a lot of different wines that I want to try and
For
I haven't
sure.
gotten to yet. We have the $8 gin back if you want to try that.
Good. Is it just called rubbing alcohol? Rubbing alcohol now with juniper.
There was a woman today. She was so excited that gin was back. She's asked me. I hadn't seen her in like a month, but she was always asking me.
You can say it was. You can say it was Mom.
Gin?
It's fine.
No, it wasn't Mom. I don't think she's tried that yet. But she says I haven't had a martini in months because she's like, I'm going home tonight. I'm going to have a martini, and she's like, maybe even 2. And I said, you haven't had anything to drink for that long. I said, you enjoy your 2 martinis.
You've waited this long
she was
for
very
this
happy.
one?
She's like,
the money you've saved not buying this, you could buy a real bottle of gin, you lady.
She
Christ.
likes it for her martini though, so I don't know.
Oh my God.
But it was funny. It's funny because when that particular,
have you had anyone else have it? Have you had anyone else have it?
I haven't talked to anybody who's maybe Fitz, but I'm not sure. So
Maybe Fitz.
I can't remember if he's tried
Poor
it
Fitz.
or not. Well, Fitz, very well versed in the spirits realm, as we know. So
That's true. That is very true.
All right, who are we rating?
We're going to go say hi to Mano Destra right now. He is helping out some people in Destiny. He's helping them do some raids that have come back around, helping them get the gear that people want, the things that people need, and he's just overall a pretty good dude.
Okay.
So we're going to go say hi to him.
All right.
Damn, I'm late. Obi, I'm sorry you're late. Yes, we are wrapping things up, but I'll be back on again tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern.
We enjoyed you staying with us.
It's true.
Little introvert.
Got to go to
Thank
bed,
you.
but I enjoyed my stay. Introvert.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the gifted subs.
A
RX,
lot of activity,
appreciate
a lot
it.
of
Chicken
fun.
Lord,
Thank
Berserker
you.
with the resub, Guardian Down with the hilarious sub, all the things. Thank you guys so much for being here. But yeah, we will be back together next week, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern next Thursday. And like I said again, I'll be back on again tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern, and we'll play some Destiny and do some stuff. Do some stuff and some things.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff. So hopefully you guys have a good week. We're having trouble figuring out what we should actually be having. If you guys are following on Twitter,
yeah.
why don't you tag us or hit us up with something on Twitter? Send us a DM,
Let us
post
know.
something on Twitter. Let us know some ideas for something we should try. Could be a mixed drink. Could be anything. Could be a beer that we should be looking for.
We
wine.
could go back to the water podcast. We could try to have lightning strike twice, just like in Back to the Future.
Don't bet your future on the roll of the dice. Roll of the YouTube dice.
Gotta go back in time.
Take me away. I don't mind. But you better promise me. I'll be back in time. Now I just want to watch Back to the Future.
All right.
All right. Well, we can go do that now because the show is over. I will see you guys all tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. And yeah, see him tomorrow. See both of us next week.
Good night.